having children and go through pain and go through menstrual bleeding. You can't handle that. And a man's job was to work from sun up to sundown.
You know, we got a female pastor in the Bible. Don't it say like women can't lead or something like that? I could be wrong, but I mean, at the end of the day, you got a female pastor saying they ain't going 50-50. Y'all be wondering why these women be in the position they be in. You know, listening to Stud Keisha right there talking about what a man should be able to do and don't do. You know, Brad and Becky and Amir Cash and Amir, they don't, and Lee, they don't have these conversations. They really don't. So this whole 50-50 thing is just cap. They both putting 100. Their money is their money. It's not her money or his money. It's theirs. They look at it as one. And only in the black community do we continue to individualize or separate each other when it comes to finances and duties and gender roles.
What up, though, YouTube? We back with another one. Let me help you out, bro. 1 Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to use authority over man, but to be silent. And how she using the Bible is totally out of context. She's trying to weaponize the word of God. And that's a problem. And you hear the people in the background, amen, but that's, no. And that's why it's dangerous. If you don't know what you're talking about, and you're not gifted by God to speak the word, don't get up there. My opinion, it sounds personal.
I will never be with a man that wants to go 50-50 because that's not the type of lifestyle I want to live with a man. I could literally just be by myself and take care of myself 100%. Oh God. I'm not going to put myself in a position where someone's going to tell me that to bring home X amount of money and do these things to be with them.
And these kind of women, you leave them exactly where they deserve to be, in the streets. Because these kind of women want a sponsorship, not a partnership. They want to wait at the finish line, and then once you get done, they want to reap the benefits of you struggling to get where you always desire to be. They want you to take care of them as if they were a child. As a father, what are your roles for your children? To provide, to lead, and to protect. As a man, what are your roles? Or at least what the world tell you a man is for a woman. To provide, to protect, and to lead. But with that being said, you provide, you protect, and you lead that woman, and she still don't want to fucking listen. Still don't want to listen. You doing all that shit, and we're 100. It's a partnership. It's a partnership with everything besides the money. That's it. When it's the money aspect, you're not a man if you're not providing 100% of the bills. So they say. You can be a man providing 50-50. You can be a man providing 100% of the bill. You can be a man providing 70-30. It don't matter. You can still be a man. Don't let these women, these modern day women, trick you out of your spot, telling you that you're not a real man if you don't take care of them 100% of the time. Because they do want to make money and spend money, but they want to go on girls' trips and girls' brunches and girls' night and let's get mimosas and bottle on me and I grab the booth and all this other shit. They want to spend their money irresponsibly. Oh, I seen a new Chanel bag. Oh, I seen a new Dior bag. Oh, I seen a new Gucci bag. Oh, I want the red bottoms. They just want to spend their money on themselves. They don't want no financial responsibility. And some of them, in a lot of cases, don't want no responsibility at all. They expect you to provide 100% of the bills and still come home and do 50% of the housework, if not every other thing too. I've heard women say they expect their man / or their husband to provide 100% of the bills. Then come home, cook, clean, take care of the kids, do the laundry. Like, you just want a servant at this point. You don't want to do shit. You want to be a child yourself. You're looking for a father, not a husband. Crazy.
That motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
Just think about how much money we could also save, like, just by, like, you know, just two people in one household bringing it in 50-50 down the middle.
Marcus, you crazy if you think that I'm finna come and stay with you and you gonna have me paying half the bills.
What's crazy about that?
You asking me to come stay with you. You already paying the bills. You can do it, so keep doing it.
I'm saying, but, like, all right, so, like, what are you doing now? Like, you still stay with your mom, right?
First of all, that ain't none of your business. You're saying that you want me to come stay with you. I don't pay my mama rent. Why would I come to your house and pay you rent?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
That sounds crazy to me. If you want me to come over there, then you need to provide for me. Don't that make sense?
I'm saying I'm going to provide, but just like half. You know what I mean? Like,
then that's not provision. Like, provide means fully covered. Like,
Bro, if I was you, I would run. Now that I look at social media and these videos that come out, I'm starting to see more and more women who act like this, who agree to this, who believe in this. If I was you, I would take it back to her mother house and never go back.
I'm doing 50-50. I don't, because see, my issue with 50-50 is that it's never really 50-50. Right. Correct. When it comes to women, what I've seen is that, yeah, you know, a lot of men might pay the bills, they pay the mortgage, they might pay the car payments, but it's never 50-50 with childcare. Yeah. It's never 50-50 when it comes to cooking and cleaning and the household things that take just as much as time and energy as it does to go into, you know, a building and work.
Okay, y'all, so listen. I can go all day about this topic right here, okay? I can, okay? But I was just having a debate with a dude in my inbox on Snapchat. I'm not going 50-50 with no man. It's not never happening. I'm not doing it. It's 2024. My rent is $19.15. Why would I go half with a man on my bills? His specific words was, "Oh, I got half." No. Nobody's going to have half on shit over here. Because if I can pay my full rent by myself, I don't need nobody to come in and move with me and pay half. Like, I wasn't raised like that. A man is supposed to be a provider. A man is supposed to pay majority of the bills, okay?
Shut up, bitch!
This is how I would do it. Now, every household is situational, okay? It's situational. But for me, my man, he needs to pay the rent or the mortgage, and I pay the utilities. If he want to pay everything, that's cool too. But that's how I was raised, and that's how it's supposed to be. Now, granted, every situation is different. But me personally, I'm not marrying nobody, or I'm not going into a relationship paying.
You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up. Huh? You keep...
You know, she said a guy hit her up and said he'll pay 50-50. And she said, nah, she wants somebody to pay 100% of her bills and lifestyle and so on. Then she later on in the video said, if he need her to help, she would help out. So this is what they plan to do. While you paying that 100%, they stacking their money. They stacking against you. Then when they feel like there's a time they don't need you no more, they will drop you off. They'll be done with. Men, never, ever move in with a woman. Your future is homelessness. I'm telling you. I don't see my boys go through that. Never move in with a woman. She has the control. And then she says in the video that she wasn't raised like this. But you never hear her segue to a point. She said, yeah, this is how my father or stepfather used to do in our household with my mother. No, you know why? Because she's been taught by a single mother. What a man supposed to do. This how they supposed to treat you. This not all this fantasy world about how a man supposed to do it. They never know what a man want, what their needs are. I've never seen women say, this is what I would do for a man if I was in a relationship. This is how I would treat him. This is how I would come in. This is how I would benefit him. You would never hear that in these videos. It's a sad day.
Okay with us going 50-50?
Of course, no problem.
Okay, so we can split the bills, we can split
50-50 in everything.
Yeah.
50-50, you give me 50% your property, 50% your salary, 50% all you own, no problem. And the bill, no problem, I pay 100%.
That's not the way that it works because
this is 50-50 what you told me.
Yeah, but I meant like for the rent, like, you know, I meant for groceries.
What rent? You need to buy me an apartment.
Why are a lot of women so against 50-50 in regards to being in a relationship, but completely fine with it when there's a fucking divorce? So my
Again,
thing
before
is,
y'all get started with the please protect this woman, or that's right, sis, I don't care about the amens from either side. I need to stop letting rappers, influencers, and scammers lead this conversation because they don't live in a real reality as well as you. I'm also tired of hearing about the women who say this is my standard. No, this is an unrealistic expectation because money goes in and out of cycles. I don't care about how your father raised you. He wouldn't approve of you shaking your ass online, so you can't tell me he'll tell you how to identify a real man when you're not acting like he would want you to act, especially if he's not still with your mother. Never in life have I ever heard a woman go, oh yeah, well our rent was $1,400 and my boyfriend only came with $700, so I didn't take the $700 and I just decided to pay all of it and broke up with him. Because it's not happening. Money is a tangible object. It goes in and out of cycles. Even millionaires have a hard time, and that's what the internet is not telling you. What actually happens is two people get together and they decide who's going to cover what based off of their finances. This is your income and this is mine. It makes more sense for you to take this bigger bill because you make the most money. And they pay it based off of what makes sense for their life so they can make it from 1 month to the next and make their living situation more stable. Because that's what a partnership is. You don't have a lot of men saying, I'm going to take this woman and take on all of her burdens and let her go work really hard and keep all her money. I know it sounds good on the internet for the pandering podcasters. It's not a real reality. Times are hard, inflation is steady rising, and Ari and Moneybag Yo are not your everyday average couple. Stop looking at them for directions on this type of conversation. The topic of 50-50.
Now I'm finna piss some people off for real. This is my opinion. But to me, my opinion is real to me, or whatever you might say. But I'm going to say this right here. Y'all folks still getting on the internet, still getting on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, whatever we got, talking about 50-50. I just seen a post where a woman said, I wouldn't do no 50-50 with a man. I ain't going to even do 80-20. I'm more of a 15-20 type woman, 15-90 type woman. I'm this, I'm that. And then they got on here talking about Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion said she wouldn't do no 50-50 with a man. First of all, you ain't Meg Thee Stallion. You broke to the broke stallion. Meg Thee Stallion can say that she gonna be with a millionaire man and that she gonna be with a rich man. First of all, Megan Thee Stallion already got a motherfucking bag. First, not even a bag. She's a millionaire. You broke, bitch. You don't even have money to buy a milkshake. You can't even measure up or either say the things that Meg Thee Stallion can even request. That's another thing. You broke. And on top of that, Meg Thee Stallion can request things that you can't even request. You know why? Because Megan Thee Stallion done got her shit on her own at first. You motherfucker ain't got a damn thing. You motherfucker is still out here broke, waiting on motherfucker to help you with something. So Megan, you can't say, well, I'm gonna be like Megan Thee Stallion. That's another motherfucking problem with y'all. Y'all try to be like these celebrities. Y'all live in the ideology of these celebrities and what these celebrity women are doing and these rich housewives and stuff is doing, saying what you won't do. Y'all motherfuckers is manless. 95% of y'all girls, y'all, because women don't say this, they say that shit, or if you is over 35 or 40 saying y'all are the manliest motherfucker these days and times. Y'all getting fucked and dealt with on the weekends. Y'all ain't got no man y'all can show, and ain't no man gonna show you because they are embarrassed of you. They gonna deal with you behind the scene. They gonna buy you your little dinner and make you feel good, but don't nobody really want you. We're not in the 30s, 40s, and 50s yesterday, and it does not make you less feminine for you to go into a relationship and help out some financially, your lazy ass. So what do you expect to do? Go in there and provide pussy and look cute and all of that? And some men might want to pay 100% of the financial. But that ain't what a lot of men want these days. They want a partnership. They want somebody that's going to help in the household. I mean, it's okay for you to do just women stuff, feed the kids, take care of the house, but it's also okay for you to help in and also the deal of you eating at your own fucking table. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all. Y'all don't want to work for one. Y'all want somebody to take care of y'all pussy. This is going to be a part 2.
Ooh, wait. See, Don't you miss aunties and mamas that used to tell her like it is and don't care how you felt about it? Just told you straight up when they see you going out of bounds, they make sure they knock you back in place. They ain't care about your feelings, who else you told about it. They'll cuss you out and still tell you they love you at the end. These are women we need back to set things right again, because now everybody pander to people's feelings. Everybody copying each other, and it's the wrong copy. We need women back in the lives of men, not these girls who copycat off each other thinking it's cute, expecting everything and doing nothing.
I can't believe it's 2024 and we're still having a conversation about 50-50 on bills. But see, where she lost me is when she said, look at me. Do I look like a woman that's going 50-50 on bills? I'm not really sure what she meant by that, because what does a woman that goes 50-50 on bills look like? The real question is this. Why don't you want to help your person build? Why do you think that you're better than your person? Why do you think that you're more valuable than your person? Why don't you want to put in and help build? That's the real question.
Do I look like I would go 50-50 on bills?
No.
Okay.
I think it's time that we wrap this immature conversation up. I think it is time that women grow up, get out of the delusion that y'all have created for yourselves. Find ways to be proactive and show up and help and support your person any which way you can. Y'all like to try to convince yourselves that I'm not gonna settle, I'm okay with being single, but that's a lie. Because guess what? In y'all 20s and 30s, y'all sit just like she did and say, I'm too cute, look at me, do it look like I'm about to do this and do that. So y'all say, I'm not settling, I'm not going 50-50, I'm not dealing with no man who don't got more money than me, he needs to have this, needs to have that, just for you to sit and be a Dr. Brian. Dr. Brian is 42 years old and sat right there on that couch and said, I'll date a 26-year-old as long as he ain't got no kids. I don't care about him not having no money as long as he come with good energy and he's high functioning. So basically, it's all a lie. Y'all end up right back at square one. In your 20s and 30s, y'all think y'all too good. Y'all convince yourselves that it's settling. Whole time it's not. Just to be 40-50, and now you're still going back down to what you said you wasn't going to deal with. So why not just get your man, help your man, build a foundation, and be happily ever after? Why are y'all creating this delusion that this man that y'all looking for exists in 20s and 30s when he don't? You got to help that man become that man. Because by the time that man gets to his higher top self in his 40s and 50s, he not going to want to deal with no woman, and he not going to take no woman serious because he feel like y'all only there just because he got at the top spot. Only because he got the money that y'all all chasing. That's why the men at the top ain't looking at y'all like that. They trash y'all and recycle y'all because they know that if they didn't have it, you wouldn't be there to begin with. And fellas, I'm going to leave y'all with this. I understand a lot of y'all got ego, and a lot of y'all feel like, yeah, because we supposed to be a man, and I'm not a man if I don't provide 100%. And guess what, love? This is not back in the day, okay? Statistically, there's only that top 10% men that are able to cover all of the bills, which means a large portion of men are just regular working men, and that is absolutely okay. Do not kill yourselves out here in the workforce or in the work field trying to prove to a woman that you can handle it, knowing that this is a big load that we all trying to take on. The economy says it takes two. You better go get you a woman that does not mind helping you. You probably don't want to have her equal pen 50-50, and you probably will take on the bigger portion. But at least you got somebody that's by your side that's willing to help. Not somebody that's too cute to help you to get to that next level. This is not that. You are valuable. She called herself a queen. You are a king as well. She thinks she's valuable. You are valuable as well. You are just as important in a relationship as a woman, and you do not got to put your needs at the bottom just to meet hers. We went out there with our posters. We fought for our equal rights. We said we want money too like the men, and now that we're making it, you better make her spend it, because what is her money doing? Don't let these women trick y'all. I'm here to tell you, as a woman, they're not going to respect you no more or no less, whether you footing it or you ain't. They just there to use you. You better put yourself right where you need to be. right there on that line with her, so y'all can both grow.
Women should go 50-50 with their man, or you think the man should take care of the whole bulk?
In the old days, when I came along, and my dad and my grandfather, man used to do the whole bulk, take care of the woman. The woman then was like, you got to understand, then women stayed at home, housewife, raised the kids and all like that. And most of the time they spent at home was in the kitchen and in the bedroom. Now these women nowadays, they go to work just like you do. So I figure they should pay half and half, help pay with the bills and all that stuff. Because they the modern day woman. And then too, the modern day women, they something else. They'll have a nigga goddamn at home washing dishes and cooking and all this shit.
Yeah, I did this video 50-50 because it kept coming on my timeline and I felt like it needed to be addressed. The term 50-50 really came from women telling a percentage of what they're going to do inside the relationship. And in a relationship, that's not always how it end up to be. Okay, a man can come in, protect, provide, and do 100%. Then 1 month, he just ain't going to have it like that. He might have 70% or 50%. But whatever he's lacking, that's when a woman comes in and help fill in that percentage. We live in a world, things change daily. Money changes daily. Situations changes daily. So when you say 50-50, it's like I'm only going to do this much and then after this point, I'm going to stop. And no, that's not how successful relationships work. We come in together to build together. Instead of 50-50, one all 100-100. You do the best you can in a relationship, I do the best I can in a relationship, and we build. Women, instead of being a build to a man, be something else, be better. Be a bridge to something he's trying to get to. If he's trying to go for this job or create a business, hell, even go in the closet and pray for that man. Make sure dinner home is ready when he get home. Make sure you pack his lunch before he go to work. Things like that helps build a man pride, make him look and achieve things. But that support system, that's really what we want. We want support system. We want our peace. Now, we can't come home and you be our peace, then that's not a home. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe. I'll hit you over the next video.